So I did um, a fundraiser for Dysautonomia International, which is an organization that raises awareness and connects people to doctors and other patients who have dysautonomia, which is like an umbrella term for a lot of different conditions, um, which is something that I have, which is why I wanted to do this fundraiser. Um, but my overall fundraising experience went very well. I ended up raising almost $300 total, which was the most that I've ever done, and I did it remotely this year, which was even more surprising that I raised that much. Um, and I think I was able to teach a lot of people about dysautonomia and what it can look like and how many people it affects and things like that. So um, it was really a good experience. And this is something that I've done the past 3 or 4 years now. So um, people that have come to me a couple years in a row already know about it, but they're expanding their knowledge, which is, I think, always great. Um, and again, I have dysautonomia, which is one of my biggest illnesses that I have, and I wanted to try to bring awareness to it so that hopefully one day I can have a cure as well as the millions of others who have different kinds of dysautonomia, because there is no cure for any of them. So there's very little known about it, even though it's so prominent, especially in the U.S. So that's kind of why I wanted to do research towards it, and also bring awareness. Um, some other organizations that I thought about doing was a place called Give Kids the World, which is a nonprofit organization that houses Make-A-Wish and similar organization. They house children who decide to go to Disney for their wish or their dream or whatever it is that they do, and they have critical illnesses. And I've been there myself, and it's a really magical and amazing place. So that was another organization that I thought about doing. So the steps I had to take to participate were, I already basically knew what I had to do, so I just had to go on the website and just make sure that I was doing everything legally, and I had to let people know that I was going to be doing it and that it was a fundraiser, and then I had to bake everything and send it on their way, and then I just sent a check to the Dysautonomia International, and that was that. I learned that there's a lot of research about possible cures, but there's also a lot of research about how to connect people with these illnesses. That's a big portion of what the fundraising money that I made went to, is trying to connect people with other people who have it or people who can help them, because that seems to be extremely helpful. And I think the impact was, as I just said, trying to further the research and further the connections that people are making. Even though I don't specifically know what it helped with, it could have just paid for the lights being kept on in their building. It could have paid for research. It could have paid for a lot of different things, but I know it was somehow positively affecting my life in the future, as well as millions of others. I came in contact with, first of all, some family who I hadn't talked to in a while, and some friends, because they wanted to help out. And I also talked to some people at the organization, learning about what I could do to help. So that connected me with some people. And as I just said, that connecting those people really expanded my network of connections. And also, I talked to some people who have dysautonomia, and they tried sharing it with their families to help raise money for the cause. So that was really interesting, and overall it was a great experience.